Hello, how are we? And I'm back for another Sega collection video to show you what I've sort of collected this month, surprisingly, for my Sega collection. So if you want to find out what I've collected, just come back after the intro. So, what have I got for you this month? Well, I've only got 5 games this time. That's 2 more than last time. So I've improved a bit there, got a few more. But, you know, they're quite expensive nowadays, aren't they? As we know, everybody's getting keen. You're all watching things like this, and everybody wants to go and buy the retro games. And, you know, it's still quite hard to get them from certain places, even though we're starting to open up in the UK. But, yeah, we're getting there. Anyway, enough rambling around that. What's the first game I got? So, the first game, Fever Pitch Soccer. So, it's another football game. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a huge fan of football games, but I didn't the international FIFA International Soccer. See, I gave it a try and I did actually enjoy it. And you can watch that video on my channel, 9 minutes for 90s I did about that. It was alright, it was quite good. This one sort of says, you know, it's better than FIFA apparently. And looking at some of the footage that I captured for it, you know, it looks like you can injure people. Just dive. You're not worried about penalties going off that. So I'm keen to have a go at it, a proper little go at it, and see what it's like. So yeah, that looks pretty promising. Not really football games, but that might be up to my street a bit more. So you know, you always, you know, just falling over when you get touched. What a load of rubbish. You know, what hardcore. I want to bash them and carry on playing the game. Anyway, that's how I play football. I don't play a lot of football, surprisingly. Anyway. Next one. Next one is an interesting one. I saw it. Crew Ball. So it's a pinball game based around the music of Motley Crue. Or they obviously sponsored it at the time. Hence why it's called Crew Ball. Yeah, I'm not really sure actually. I think I've managed to get an American copy if I move across because it said it's not going to zoom in on that. There you go. It says Genesis, which I'm quite surprised for. I got it off eBay. And I say it doesn't say Megadrive on the front. I only saw the front cover. But yeah, so I've probably picked up a Genesis copy. I mean, it plays fine in my UK one. I mean, looking at the cartridge, it doesn't say like Genesis on that and all that lot. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this one. But hey, it's alright. Picked up nice and cheap. Maybe that's why. But yeah, so I might have a Genesis game. Who knows? But it looks good anyway. From it again, I haven't played it. But it looks interesting. How you attack things in a pinball sort of game. You got purpose to it. So I don't know. It's a pinball game, but I fancied a pinball game. Thought that looked good, so I got it. Not knowing a lot about it. I don't know a lot about much of these games, but you know, the next one I do actually know a bit about. And I saw it in the arcades when I was growing up, and I thought that looks really cool. But I never actually owned it on a console. I think there's a couple of times I meant to buy it, and it's one of them you always put back for some reason, and got something else. And that is Pit Fighter. A full 8 meg cartridge. And again, it's sort of like it's not a motion capture, isn't it? A bit like Mortal Kombat was, but this came before Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but like I say, I saw it in the arcades and it looked really cool at the time. Obviously, lifelike with the motion capture. Obviously, it doesn't look as good on the Mega Drive compared to arcades at the time, but yeah, it looks pretty decent. Like to have a go. It's always one I've wanted to have a go at and play out, so I'm quite happy to have that in the collection. Looks interesting. And then the next two, I was trying to get a complete set of these. I've sort of got the one game that was my wife's originally. She had just the cartridge of, and I played before, and I've never played these two. But I've sort of got actually one of the later series on the PlayStation as well. So I thought, oh, quite like the series. Have a little go at them. Not that I played the first one loads, but what am I talking about? So the next two games. First of all, I've got Jungle Strike. Apparently the best shoot 'em up, as it say? Best shoot 'em up ever. Apparently. But yeah, obviously the sequel to Desert Strike, and if you didn't know, you'd have to look on the spine and it would say the sequel to Desert Strike, just so you know. You know, EA, they need to make sure you know it's from that good game. They did really well. So except for obviously being in desert this time, you're in the jungle. Except for random style, it looks like you're blowing up hippies or something in America. Didn't really follow the story, just chucked it in to capture some footage, but it looked interesting. So, but yeah, I really did actually want one of that. It's one of them games I thought I'd got. And then, surprisingly, I got the sequel to Jungle Strike, which is Urban Strike. And again, if you're not sure, because it's EA, they just want to make sure it says it's a sequel to Jungle Strike. Didn't mention Desert Strike there because I thought, you know, let's not confuse it. The paying public in case they think, oh wait a minute, what Desert Strike? Which one is it sequel to? Because there's clearly lots of plot in it. I'd imagine we'll have to find out when I play them. But yeah, and that looked quite good. It's obviously you're just in cities this time, blowing stuff up. And like I say, I think, did they go Soviet Strike next and then Nuclear Strike? I think I've got Soviet Strike on my shelf to play at some point on the PS1. And then, yeah, I've got them really. There was a third one. I can't think. It's my favourite game and I literally can't think for the life of me. You look like one of those Robocop robots in it. I really can't. It's just totally gone. I was trying to think. Before I made a video, I must remember it. But anyway, you can write in the comments down below. I'll think of it afterwards. I'll go, oh, it's that game. But anyway, that's one of my favourite games on the PlayStation as well. But we'll talk about Mega Drive. So they're the 5 games I've got this month. Yeah, and they're pretty good ones. Like I say, I've got them all boxed this time. I don't always have a booklets, but yeah, I'm happy with some of them. Someone wants to get them, and some interesting ones. Yeah, now, so I mentioned in my other video, on my sort of pickups, if you want to go and watch that, I've obviously spent quite a lot recently, and if you have a look at that pickups video, you'll see why. And it's also approaching the summer holidays, and I have little kiddies, and we're hopefully going to go on holiday, as he's literally just coming out of isolation because we just had the all clear for a test because we thought one of us might have had the virus. So goodness, we need to get away. But the point is, obviously, if I go on holiday, I was spending lots of my hard-earned money on that. I won't really have a lot spare for buying extra games because, like I spent a lot anyway. My camera's going weird. There you go, just adjusting my camera, still flickering. Anyway, so yeah, so I might not do it in September, I'll see. But I've got 46 games so far, and I only wanted to get 50 to begin with. Stop moving, Chris, because your camera's going mental. So I'm quite happy. I'm sort of on my target for 50 anyway, so hopefully I'll get a lot more as I thought. So I'm sort of, if I take a break, that's sort of alright, it's not too bad. But yeah, that'll be cool. So don't expect one in August. Hopefully there'll be one in September, but it might not even be till October. If it's October, well, I'll have a lot there. Hopefully a big sort of chunk I could have bought then. But keep watching my channel because obviously I'll have loads of Mega Drive action. Got all these to play. I mean, I bought 45 games. There's probably only about 10 or 12 I've played on my channel, so I've got lots to get through, and that's the point. I've got a big back catalogue to keep going and have a play on, so I'm going to have lots of videos, gameplay videos on my channel, as well as other videos as well. So, as always, remember to give this a big thumbs up if you like it, and write some lovely comments down below. Tell me all the stuff I forget, like the net. I still can't think what the hell. It's not G, please. What am I thinking of? It's so annoying. I'll remember it as soon as I finish. But you can tell me down below just to make me look bad, because that's the way it works. And yeah, if this is the first time you've joined and watched my videos, I ramble a lot, but you might want to consider subscribing because you might like rambling. But anyway, for everyone else, until next time, bye.